Fiona, how you doing today?
Julie, I'm doing good.
Good. So last time that we spoke, you had talked about the relationship that you had with your boyfriend and the abuse that you were sustaining. I just wanted to see how that was going, and I wanted to ask you, what made you stay in that relationship for so long?
Yeah, so now me and Mike aren't together anymore. I was with him for about 5 years on and off. So it really started when I was 15 and I was very, very young, and it started out really nice.
Mm-hmm.
As always, he was very charming, and I fell in love with him. And then as the years went on, it got very different, and when he started being very emotionally abusive, at first I wasn't aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was totally blind to it. Little things, even cheating on me, and just really bringing me down, and being just mean. So I just don't think that I even realized that I was in a horrible situation because I was in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a really hard thing to recognize now, that I let that happen to me. And then I think when I did start to realize it, he had crashed my car one night on purpose, and we were both in the car, and I let him drive because he used to drive my car sometimes.
Right.
And he just started speeding and crashed into a pillar.
Oh.
And then I was stop, please stop. And he started speeding again and crashed into something else. And my car, I heard it was breaking down, and he kept going. And I had to pull the emergency brake.
Be right.
And
to get him to stop.
yeah, and then I was get out of the car, and I drove it back to his house, and it was almost breaking down, and he was just laughing at me. And yeah, it was very weird.
Yeah. How did you feel when he was? I'm sure you were probably fearing for your life when he started speeding in the vehicle. You didn't know what he was capable of doing.
Yeah. I was definitely scared for my life, and I was, very confused.
Right.
Why he was doing that, or why he wouldn't stop, and he was just laughing the whole time, and he was fuck you,
Wow.
Yeah, so after that happened, I lied to my mom, and I told her that I got into a car crash, and I stayed with him after he crashed my car because I was still in love with him.
Now, did you lie to your mom so that way she wouldn't hate him?
Yeah, I did. My father and her already hated him.
But that would add to it.
Yeah, that would just, I didn't want her to call the cops on him or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So even in circumstances like that, I
Still stayed.
stayed. Yeah.
Now, when you left him after 5 years, that's a long time. How did he react to that? Did he act out in any way?
Yeah, I actually started pulling away from him,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of realized that I was never going to spend my life with him, and there was no future, and that I was starting to recognize that I was in a bad situation,
Mhm.
and I wanted better for myself. And when he realized that, he kind of like went insane when he thought that he was gonna lose me.
Right.
So like I was in my bed one night, and he kept calling me. He called me maybe like 20 times.
Wow.
And I didn't answer. I fell asleep, and then he left me a voicemail, and it was like saying like really like graphic things about like how he wanted to like hurt, like kill me. And it was just like so confusing, like when I woke up, and like so I had to deal with that. Like I actually like went to the police and like
Right.
dealt with that.
Yeah.
But you know, it's scary that somebody that you loved would do that to you. And that's like when I definitely realized that like I can't ever be with him again.
Someone that would physically try to hurt you in the car and threaten to do graphic things and threaten to kill you, that's insane. You don't know what he pretty much was capable of doing if he would act out on those.
Yeah, you never know what someone is capable of doing,
Yeah.
and what their intentions are also. But I don't really think that's like made me think that about other people.
Right.
I think it's just like with that situation, definitely, because something's like wrong with him. But
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah. So also like dealing with the cops and police, and like always going to court for it, and
Yeah.
everything was just like so overwhelming. And like I had to do that, like, you know, in school, and I have to miss classes
Yeah.
to go to court. And
It's a long process, and you're sitting there in the court for, it could be hours.
yeah, so long. And you know, it was at the like freehold court,
Mm,
like
oh,
the
yeah.
grand jury, and then they dropped it down. So I had to start going to my local town court with like a ton of people that I knew from my high school for like traffic tickets and
Yeah.
all of that. So you
So,
know, everybody
yeah.
has to listen to your
Yeah.
I
What
don't know,
happened
like
in
their
your life.
story. Yeah.
Right. They're there for something like a speeding ticket, and you're
Mhm.
there for somebody threatening to kill you, and I'm sure it's pretty embarrassing for you.
Oh, definitely. And I was just so shocked, like how the system handled it, and the prosecutor and everybody was like very, very mean to me about the situation, and tried to like kind of turn it like around on me. I don't know.
That's terrible, and I'm sure that was very frustrating, and it almost makes people be scared to ask for help, reach out for help.
Oh, definitely.
It should have been the other way. It should have been him that was getting treated badly.
Yeah.
You know, that's terrible. So, that relationship that you were in with him, are you like nervous to date other people now? Do you think that they're gonna be like that relationship?
I think that definitely I always have regards to like jumping into another relationship, and I'm a little reserved. I'm always like, I'm naturally like a little bit reserved, but I think that, you know, that was just a freak situation.
Right.
But it's definitely like affected who I am. So I'm less confident, you know, I've realized that it's hard for me to verbalize what I have in my head now, because for 5 years I was with somebody who would tell me that like I was wrong, or you know, everything under the sun that you could say to demean somebody, he said to me. So I definitely noticed a change in that. But I'm still like open to being in a relationship, and I would never let that hold me back. Because then that would be letting him affect the rest. Yeah, let him win and let him affect me like how he wants.
You would also know that not everyone is like that.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that's comforting to know that hopefully I won't ever be in a situation. And I think in some ways, you know, it has empowered me in the sense that I'll never, you know, if I even see a little bit of that in somebody that I'm with, like I'll be strong enough and, you know, be able to realize that I'm not in a good situation. So it's, you know, horrible and kind of good in a way that won't happen again.
And do you still see him around?
I have seen him like a few times. I saw him, like he kept walking past my job like not too long ago, and it was just like, just had like the worst anxiety, like I was scared. And I don't see him too much, but he contacts me all the time. He's constantly texting me. He texted me like not too long ago and said that he didn't know how to get over like what happened. Are you kidding me? You don't know?
Yeah, after all that he put you through, it will be more difficult for you to get through that and over that than for him.
Yeah.
Would you ever like talk to him again, or do you just ignore when he texts you? You just ignore him, or think about blocking him, or how do you handle that?
Yeah, I haven't blocked him. I don't really know why. I think just because I don't have to answer him. Like I don't feel like I have to, and I feel like strong enough that I'm never gonna go into that situation. So I haven't talked to him because I know if I tried to have a conversation with him about everything that happened and why, and try to get closure from that, I feel like he is so mentally unstable that he wouldn't even be able to give me an answer that I need.
He would turn it around on you probably.
Oh, 100%.
And say that it was your fault, even though it wasn't.
Oh, definitely.
So how did I'm curious of how your parents were when you told them that you broke up with him. So,
yeah, I actually I was very, I guess I was communicated with my parents about everything after he threatened me.
Yeah.
Because with all the legality and you know, everything, I had to tell them. They were, you know, very happy that I wasn't gonna be with him anymore.
Yeah.
But I think they were so heartbroken that it happened to me.
Yeah.
Like my dad, he's kind of weird, like with emotions. Like he'll just like shut down, kind of like not talk to me. My mom was just like really angry and like wanted to like kill him.
No, of course,
like,
of course.
Not like literally like him, but she was just like wanted to like scream.
A lot
She
of-
was so mad.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
that's their daughter, and a lot of times men, they shut down because they don't know how to
Oh,
react and stuff like